This is the Infinity Summit Group. Truth, passion, success.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Infinity Summit Group podcast. Today is June 7th, 2021. Everybody, welcome back. I'm Noah.
Xavier.
Logan.
Jesse.
And first of all, we'll jump right into the deep nuts of Communism, 1984.
Ooh.
The book by George Orwell. If you guys remember, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
That's right. The Animal Farm was only 1 week read, though, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 2 weeks ago, we read Animal Farm. That was insane. For those of you who have not read it, highly recommend. Did you happen to link
Animal
that on a
Farm?
video?
No, but I can.
Okay. Yeah, if you can link it on, what was that? Whatever podcast we talked
Yeah,
about.
I'll go back in the records.
Back in the records. And then this one we'll just link 1984, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
But 1984 is very similar in that it's based in a dystopian society where communism has basically proven itself to be one of the lesser forms of government.
Mhm.
So that was a very, very interesting read. I did find it quite terrifying, to say the least. It's like the big kid version of Animal Farm, and in more words.
It's a
In
bit
more
disheartening
words.
for sure.
His
You read it
books.
and you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah, every time
very
his books
depressing.
end, I'm like, wow, I'm depressed.
Yeah, no happy endings for sure.
I need to read something positive now. Yee.
Boy in striped pajamas.
Give me some happy tree friends up in here.
Yeah.
They actually made a movie about 1984. Oh,
What?
It's an old movie. It looks so
I
terrible.
mean, it was written in the early 1900s, so I imagine it is
I don't think
pretty
it
old.
translates very well to a movie at this point. Because a cell
No.
phone does everything that the thing on the wall does, but better.
Sort of.
I don't like that, Jess.
No, it's not sort of, for sure.
It's definite. The only thing they can't do is actually, I'll bet you they could just talk to you through your phone if they wanted to.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
just
kinda
like a
scary
phone
as
call
shit.
that you can't hang up.
Yep.
Throwing
that's
my
true.
phone out right after
Yeah.
this.
The
Converting
leading,
it to a flip phone I can take the battery out of.
Yeah.
the leading form of how the government spies or whatever is televisions or TVs.
What?
I do know that. They listen to you.
Mm-hmm. So it's not your phone, it's your TV, but also your phone.
Just the phone is the
It's just
mobile version.
Fucked up, yeah. We don't like that.
Honestly, if they did remake that 1984 as a movie now, though, it'd be a crazy movie.
It would. You could make that a horror movie.
You could make that a horror movie.
Easy.
And it would be good.
It'd be a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Like a thriller, yeah.
Make it kind of like a Quiet Place, but
Mhm.
it's Big Brother.
Brothers watching.
Yep, Big Brother's watching you.
There's kind of a lot of things that are very similar, like Big Brother. We have a Big Brother, you know. That
Uncle Sam.
yeah, Uncle Sam.
You know, they tried using this argument the other day too. Have you seen that? 2 + 2 = 5. Did you guys ever watch Tim Pool's videos?
What?
They straight did that, dude.
I hate it.
They were they were talking about critical theory or whatever, and they were trying to argue that they took the straight out of the book.
Yeah.
Straight out of the book.
Mm-hmm.
How? Is
Yeah,
it
that's
5?
that's what's called your truth.
Yeah, but how is it 5? What's the
It's
logic?
Everyone's
It's
super.
brain.
No
washing
one will
shit.
be.
It's you didn't read the book, so
I
you
didn't
Look.
read the book, but how do you get
2 plus
2
2
+ 2 to = 5? What is the book?
because
Look, 2 plus 2 is
anything they say is true is true.
2 plus 2 is not going to equal 5 unless it's acted upon by equational factors. Like, you could do it mathematically.
Sure.
And stretch it
that's-
out, whatever.
But they're teaching that to
but by
kindergartners, I
itself,
guarantee it.
yeah, 2 plus 2 can equal 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
according to the book, it's like anything the government says is true.
Yep.
So the government
And
says
they
2 +
change
2
it.
= 5, so 2
So-
+ 2 = 5.
Spoiler alert. Basically, in the book, they change all the records all the time, and there's specific massive departments of the government dedicated to changing everything in all the movies, all the books, newspapers, everything, and they burn all the old stuff. And so one day they'll be at war with this country, another day they'll be at war with this country, and it was always that country.
Wow.
One day someone's a hero, the next day they're a villain, and they've never been a hero.
They
always
never
been a
existed,
villain.
actually.
Yes,
They
they'll
burn
do that
every
too.
record of them, kill everyone connected to them, everything.
Yeah, just
They
like an
never
Animal
existed.
Farm, how, oh yeah, this person's awesome. Oh wait, never mind. Snowball was behind it all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He never won this medal. He was terrible. Things like that where they erase all the history and
That's so
every
scary.
country erases history. BT dubs.
That's literally what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, happening and has been happening. I've seen history books from like the mid 1900s. They look very, very different than what they do now.
Yeah.
Like fudge. It's a lot.
I think
Basically, don't trust anything.
No, that's the problem. You gotta find the truth. You can't just.
What's the saying? Trust none of what you see, or none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because as soon as you can't trust anything, then you just create a society. Then you start creating that dystopian society where you both trust nothing and trust everything. You know,
Yeah.
it's like fuck. You don't know what to believe, but you'll semi-believe everything. Yeah,
Mhm.
no.
So basically, at the end, too, the
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler
It's
alert.
so old. Why are we giving a spoiler alert for a book that's gonna be like 100 years old?
Well, for like people who haven't read it.
Yeah, it's
like
over
Logan
100
did.
years old now, I think.
If you don't got it figured out, that's your own fault.
But
We did this with Animal Farm too.
Yeah, but they didn't hear about it. Maybe in the last 100 years.
had to have heard about 1984 and Animal Farm.
I don't know, dog.
I never heard about it until you guys mentioned
Wait,
it.
for real?
Never.
That's should have been told to you about in school. At least once mentioned.
That stuff should have been read in school, but I never had it mentioned in school.
No.
I don't
They
know.
did
It
that
got
on
mentioned along with Fahrenheit 451. 1984 did at least.
They did
I've
with
never heard of
Paradigm.
that either.
They had us read Animal Farm.
That's like
Oh,
a
okay,
Nazi
good.
one.
Paradigm. So
Fahrenheit
I did read-
451 is about burning books.
Yeah, I did
The
read that
Nazis
one.
did.
Oh.
Have you seen the new book covers they have for those? Pretty freaking cool. They have the book cover and it's a matchbox. It comes with a match and the spines. That's the striker.
oh, that's kind of cool.
So it's the
Too bad it's not made of flash paper. And it's gone. That'd
Pretty
be
neat
sucky.
though.
Yeah,
Cool way to advertise a book.
It
that
is.
is neat. You probably wouldn't find that book read nowadays.
Not at all.
Just a few years later. We haven't been out of school that long. I'd be
That's crazy how
interested.
fast things change.
Too many
Mhm.
liberals.
Yeah, but I think there's a little bit of a bungee back. But anyway,
Oh, the pushback is going to be so immense.
it has been, dude. Our freedoms have been coming back in a big way,
I think-
especially with guns.
Yeah, once 2022
awesome.
hits, everything's going to change.
Our generation.
When the Fire Nation
pretty heavy
attacks.
too.
Yeah.
Do you
What'd
think
say?
they're
Our
gonna-
generation, our age, has been hitting back pretty heavy on all this shit.
Do you think
Like
Joe
it's-
Biden's gonna get impeached?
No.
No.
You
I
don't
think he's
so?
gonna
No,
pass
the
away.
25th Amendment.
I think
or
I think
pass away.
besides Trump right now, Sleepy Joe is just fine
Hmm.
because he doesn't do much.
No, it doesn't do anything.
He just ruins the reputation of the Democrats, and what
And
happens when that
America.
happens? But what happens when that happens? Then people vote in big, strong, powerful people.
That's what's going to
They're
happen
the
in
opposite.
2022. Where
Get the Senate. and
the,
House
yeah,
Yep.
the Senate's 50-50 split, Kamala Harris being the deciding
Tiebreaker.
factor or whatever. And then
Oh yeah, everybody's
House,
gonna be
I
like,
think we're
yeah,
down, like,
screw this
6 or so.
Democrat
Yeah,
stuff.
governors,
Throw some
everything's
Republicans
getting
up in
kicked
there.
out.
yeah, if we got Mitt Romney out, and I don't know how many.
Mitt
Exactly,
Romney, I
we're
think's got a
missing in
while.
the
'Cause
House,
I think
but-
he gets 6 years, don't they? I don't know. Is he a senator? Or
You get too many years, they need term limits.
Mitt Romney is a senator.
one of them's 6 years. I think Mitt Romney's 6 years.
Either way, he's a piece of shit.
We don't like him.
He needs to be gone. Fergusonians,
The
he's
classic
awesome.
turncoat.
Yes, well, he was always a Democrat. Always and forever. Even when he lived in the other state, he was a Democrat.
So,
He just called
are
himself
they
Republican.
inner party members or outer party members?
What do you mean?
That's
It
the
would
question.
be inner. 100%
Inner.
So, in 1984, there's inner party members that get like a bunch of the wealth. They get a bunch of the
Be like being a pig.
yeah, like being a pig in Animal Farm. You get all the good stuff. You don't have to really worry about the party, although they do backstab each other. You know,
Sure.
things like that. But you don't have to worry about it as much. And then the outer party is like the working class who actually provide the labor. And then there was people below them. I don't remember what they were called.
Something with a P?
Yeah, like future or pewter?
No, there was another term in there that is the proletariat.
Yeah, that's what
Pros
they were called.
or whatever.
The pros.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or the
Okay.
pearls or something weird like that.
Yeah, pearls. I thought it was that. Or proles.
Proles. Yeah.
Proles.
But it is proletariat, I think.
Yeah.
It's like 85% of the population.
So is that just the
That's what I
people who...
Doesn't work for government,
Yeah.
or not directly in the government, but works every other job. That was kind of what I understood, right?
That's what it sounded like to me.
But basically, like, the main character goes through and he kind of starts to realize that Big Brother's bullshit, you know? And he starts to think for himself, kind of. And he meets this chick who kind of thinks for herself on a somewhat... I would say it's more...
She just wants to have sex.
Yeah, she just wants to fuck and have experiences. And he's kind of, like, diving deep into,
Yeah.
like, okay, like, well, this is wrong on a fundamental level. And then he meets this one guy. What was his name?
O'Brien.
O'Brien, yeah, which is kind of freaky because they made him believe that he found the underground people, basically
Dude, it
the
was
resistance.
It was fucked.
Yeah, it was fucked. And
I was
then
reading the book. It was all,
completely
yeah,
fucked him
sweet.
over.
Yeah, I was listening at like
gonna have to
3
listen to
times
it.
speed, and then all of a sudden he was there, and I was like, well, fuck, I gotta turn it down.
Hold on,
Quick,
stop.
stop.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Hold on, what?
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so O'Brien takes him in, and he's like, good job, you found the resistance. We know this guy and this guy that's the leader of the resistance. The rumors are all true. We're going after it, you know?
And the
You'll
book.
you'll be sent a book in this many days. You'll pick it up by this and this and this route. It's all secretive. And then he has them leave separate and everything because the dude brought his girlfriend. And a couple days later, picks up the suitcase, starts reading the book, gets into it. And then they take him to the torture place and start re-educating his mind with it all. And that dude O'Brien shows up and does the torturing. Like,
Came out of
it's
nowhere.
wild.
The part that fucked me up, too, is where he's like, yeah, I started to like how he loves O'Brien at the same time. His
Yeah.
torture, he's like,
He's like, I love him and don't like him. At the
yeah, I
same
was like,
time.
I hate him, but I feel so comfortable, or some
Yeah.
shit. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, O'Brien just tortured the shit out of me, and then he hugged me, and I liked him.
Yeah,
It was
it's
so
weird.
Listen to just the end if you listen to anything. Like, listen to where...
Listen,
The
there's
end
three
where he
parts.
gets
I'm gonna listen
You're
to the whole
defeated.
book.
Okay.
The end is just like, ugh, I lost.
Oh yeah, you get done with the book, and you're just like,
I kind of expected something to
lot.
happen at the
No
end where
happy
he was
ending.
like, I didn't lose, but then it was like, get shit on.
yeah. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, superhero, we did find the resistance. You know, we're sick.
Well, I figured it would be.
Yeah, something's not working.
there you go.
Yes, there it
I
is.
figured it would be like, you know, where he says like, I won't betray whatever her name is. And
Yeah.
then when like the last second before I die, I figured it'd be like right before he died, it'd be like,
Yeah, he'd be like, fuck you.
yeah. But then it just ended up being like, I love him. You're like,
yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It was so.
It was brutal.
Yeah, that's
You definitely think halfway through when he's captured, you're like, somebody's going to break him
He's
out. The
gonna be
resistance is
badass.
going to
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
Nope.
like John Galt. We really, really need to read Atlas Shrugged. That's Gucci.
I need to... Yeah, I've
So
never
they
read
got
it.
similar stuff that happens in that, and you're just like, oh my. But that one has a lot happier ending than this one.
Sure, hope so.
This one just gave
All
me
of-
the depression.
All of his
But
books are depressing.
I kind of want to explain for the readers what the torture was about.
Yeah.
They tortured him to condition him. They were kind of trying to wipe every humanistic part of him away and get him to be completely submissive. And
to the party.
to the party and even love him at the very end. Like,
Yeah.
they tortured him so bad at the end to where he basically didn't know who he was anymore. And he ended up loving Big Brother, like people who tortured him.
He didn't love his girlfriend anymore. Nothing.
Nothing.
She didn't love him.
Nope.
It's just they loved Big Brother.
Yep.
It's like,
It was aggressive. It
I
was
thought-
just so like, ugh, this is rough.
When we talk about like villains and evil people, and you know that part where and he's like, no, we don't do it for the benefit of the people. We
Yeah.
do it because we like power and we want to
Yeah.
control everything. And it's, oh shit, you are evil. Like this is evil.
uh-huh.
They're just like, yeah, we just want to fucking have the power. So,
Yeah, and it's not like, yeah, we kill everyone who's against us. It's like, no, we want to recondition them and make them on our side. We want to make them love us, and then we kill them.
yeah,
Like, fuck.
I
we'll
don't even
condition
wanna
you
read it.
and then we'll wipe you
It's-
clean.
It's
Yeah.
creepy.
It's dark.
Dude.
Like I expected it to be somewhat kind of something, and then it would just keep getting darker and darker.
Nah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh,
There
That's
was
what I'm
no
saying.
light at the end of that
Like,
tunnel.
it'd be an intense movie. Intense. At the very end, it would be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I can't watch this.
It wouldn't be released. unless
No.
it was posed as a horror and heavily edited
Yeah.
Well,
towards
no,
being okay socially.
Yeah, because they start out the whole story with the movie scene where the little kids are getting shot and everyone's happy about it and clapping and
Yeah.
it's creepy. They're watching a movie and they're shooting. I think it's like Jews or something, and everyone's cheering as the people in the machine gun are gunning down this mother that's trying to cover her daughter or something. It's fucked.
It's
Like
so
the people are
I don't even wanna read
completely
it.
desensitized to violence.
Yeah.
Completely.
It's
He
That's
gets
weird.
a bomb drops in the street and there's a hand that flies in his path and he just kicks it aside.
Yeah. Like
Just
a,
like-
a head of
nothing to
cabbage.
him.
The hell?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's gnarly, dude. And it's kind of crazy how you can actually see like similarities to what happened with Trump. Like if they say this is the enemy, this is the bad guy now.
Yeah.
Everybody, oh, that's the bad guy.
That's the bad guy. That's
Not-
the bad guy.
They don't look
Yeah.
into it. They don't need to know the reason.
Everybody must wear masks right now or you'll all die. It's like,
Okay.
oh, crap. Okay.
And it's always
Which
been that way.
I understand that reaction for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, oh, shoot, maybe they do know something. Throw a mask on just in case. And then when everyone doesn't turn into zombies, you'd think you'd wake up. But nah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mr. Fauci.
Mm-hmm.
It's a intensely disturbing book, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Thoroughly
Crazy.
depression.
Crazy thing is too, like you thought the whole time through the whole story he was being sneaky and getting away with all this stuff. They knew
Fuck, nah.
everything.
They
The
knew.
whole fucking time.
Everything. It's like,
Every time.
oh, yeah. While he's getting tortured, ratting everybody out, telling him to take his lover instead of him. Just like, dude, it's rough.
At the very end, they put him in this room. It's called Room 101, and it's basically your
Room 101.
Yeah, Room 101. No. Room 101.
That was a funny scene. It's like, no, please take me anywhere else.
Take my wife.
everybody.
Take my children. I don't
Yeah,
care.
kill them all in front of me. Just not room 101.
Yeah, it's
Room
pretty-
101. It's like, yeah.
So basically, it's a room where they have they know your deepest darkest fear, and the Room 101 they kind of play it out in real life. And his
Okay.
biggest fear was rats, so they strapped this cage to his face with like a little door, and there's rats on the other side, like waiting to jump.
That
and
they
eat his
starved?
face. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, it was
I
fucked
don't
up.
want to read it.
Never ended up happening though, because he was like, "Yeah, I don't fucking love this chick anymore. Kill her.
Yeah. Take
Kill
her. Take her.
I
Put
don't
the
care.
rats
Do
on
it to
her instead. Oh, yeah.
Dear Lord.
Makes you think, like, if I was put in that situation,
Well, how long did
Would
they
you
torture
break?
him? It ended up being like 7 years, wasn't it?
It
It was a long
so
ass time.
long.
I don't
Like
know.
they kind of slowly hint at it here and there, but O'Brien keeps being like, "You were in my care for 7 years," so they tortured him for a long time.
And the mirror scene, or I don't know. I pictured
Yeah,
it in
where
my
he
head
sees
like
a
a real
skeleton.
Yeah.
Just like,
So they starved him and like tortured him so bad, and he's never seen himself like. Pretty much, he was kind of decently healthy at the start, and then they showed him like in the mirror, just psychologically fucked him. Like, hey, look at yourself. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're the
I could
last man
snap-
on earth.
he's
Yeah.
looking like Smeagol, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like I could snap your neck with like no force, basically.
Yeah, he pulled a tooth out of his mouth with his fingers.
Yeah.
That gave me chills. I don't like that.
It's like there's nothing left of humanity. You're the last human. Now look at yourself. If this is all that humanity is, you're fucked. Like, ugh. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. I remember my mom was actually recommending me this book a while ago, and she's like, yeah, 1984, it's a pretty good book, get it. And that's why I had it in my library, because I got it just because she said to get it. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just another communism book. Like, I've read a ton of against communism, and I was like, never really thought about it. And then when we actually read it, I'm like, that's not what I thought it would be.
We need to read The Naked Communist one day.
The Naked
It's
Communist.
Wild by Cleon Skousen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I think he like lists all the things that the communists were trying to accomplish in the Communist Manifesto, which is another thing we need to read. And it's essentially we've accomplished most of them. It's like in the 40s out of 50 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
I wanted to go into like the part where he was talking about whatever the 2 + 2 equals
5. What
So-
the fuck?
Yeah. So basically, he's trying to tell him like, okay, anything that we believe or that we create is true because that's the only place things exist is in the mind.
That was kind of cool.
That was interesting. I was like, okay. And he's like, if I want to just levitate off this, like, the floor, I can do it because, you know.
If I believe it and you believe it, then I'm levitating.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Essentially, if our minds both see it and understand it, and there's no literature around to prove it otherwise, who's to say I'm not levitating? Who's to say 2 + 2 does not equal 5 if I choose it to be so?
mhm.
That's all.
Wow.
How many fingers am I holding up? 4.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. Room 101. It puts a whole new meaning, a whole new perspective to anything is possible.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh. fuck.
And the whole your truth thing, I thought about that too when I was reading that. I
Yeah.
was like, ooh.
This is my truth. It's like, that's a dangerous thought.
Yeah, don't be doing that.
The truth is the truth. How about that?
Yeah.
No matter how small. Oh.
It's gnarly.
Guy's like torturing him there. It's like, how many fingers am I holding up? He's like, 4. Turns up the torture device. 4, 4. What do you want? 4, 5. I'll do anything. I'll say anything you want.
And he's like, 5, 5.
Yeah,
it's 5. And
5,
he's like,
it's 5.
You don't believe it, though.
Yeah. You're lying to me. And then the scene like switches and he's like, oh, the fingers started blurring and I actually started seeing 5. Yeah. He's like, there was no truth anymore. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It was wild.
So is this based on true events, or like why is it
No,
called
no way.
1984?
It's just when he wrote it, that's what he said in the future.
Yeah,
It's
he
just, like,
wrote
set
it
future.
in the early 1900s for 1984. The year
Be
1984.
like
that was
writing a book called
Okay.
2048.
hmm
yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
And the book was set in 1984.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's messed up.
Yeah, that's creepy though. We don't like that.
Well, he's not far off. That's kind of how it went down in like Russia and stuff. Not exactly like that, but they would just come. The children, they train the children to.
Yes, they had him a part of
Around
an
each other.
organization
Yeah.
called the Spies.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of them were taught to be spies from a little.
Yep.
From
To
like
spy on the parents and everything, and they'd come take you in the middle of the night or whatever. Just take you with minimal belongings, torture the shit out of you, and kill you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everyone you knew and loved too.
even sleep talking. One of them, the dude was like, my daughter caught me sleep talking, and she ratted me out.
Room
And he
101.
was,
Yep.
and he was so happy about it. He's all, "Oh, I'm so glad that they caught me early. I'm so proud of my daughter."
Oh, so fuck. It
That-
so reminded me of
So
the mask thing. I know the mask thing isn't like a huge deal, but it's a start.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
a
a
start.
huge deal.
It's a gateway.
Exactly. It's the gateway drug.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's one of the gateways. Just like
Especially the children thing, because, like, they're training children.
They
to
are, and
now
they
be
have
like,
been.
Why doesn't he have a mask on? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, God.
or like if I want to have a cigar or anything, any little kid around is gonna be like, ew, he's smoking.
Yeah.
What the hell? It's like, they need to be taught about the real world.
Yeah.
A lot.
Well,
You
you
know.
seen they've had teachers and stuff have been having hella issues lately because parents are sitting on classrooms because they're doing it on Zoom now, and they're
That's
like,
good.
"The fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
teaching my kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had a lot of issues recently with it.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yes,
should. Like,
definitely.
You should know what your kid's being, like, conditioned to believe.
Mm-hmm. Or they have people go in and make the school boards quit and stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was way cool.
It's awesome.
Or the teacher in Utah that pulled out the gun on the guy that was trying to kidnap one of the people or one of the school kids.
I did see that.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like a week or two ago.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool.
You gonna kidnap my kid? You gonna get the gat.
Yep.
Teachers need guns.
Change
I
my
didn't even
mind.
know that was a thing.
Teachers?
Like I didn't know teachers were allowed to, but there he is with it. That's awesome.
Maybe he wasn't
I'll
allowed
bet you he
to.
wasn't allowed to, but it's a concealed carry, so fuck all, you know?
Yes, it's concealed.
Yep, it's concealed. If you don't know, then I won't
It's
tell.
not an issue.
Yep, exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that book though, that sounds like
It's
I just don't
gnarly.
even want to read it.
It's gnarly.
Kind of makes me think, what shit do I believe that's just not true? That I was, like, conditioned to believe.
Religion.
Well, yeah, but I've kind of broken out of that.
I'm just
And
saying
it
that's
depends.
one of the
It's-
things.
And it's not going to be all parts of religion. It's going to be certain parts, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some truth in all things.
I was
Sa-
actually...
same with like relationships and stuff. We're all conditioned in some weird shit. To be like, what is this? Like
Yeah.
no sex before marriage, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that
No.
weird.
I mean,
That's
it's
so
I
weird.
disagree with it heavily, though. How do you even
I mean,
know
it's
you're
not weird.
gonna like that person when you have sex with them after they're married? And then you're just like, oh, sex is terrible now. Oops.
Oh, she has a
now I'm
penis.
bonded for life. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that one would suck.
So terrified.
But the
Find out
I-
on the wedding night she's got a wiener.
maybe not practical, but the idea is that you love them for who they are and not for the sex. It's not.
I agree.
Sure, but
on
how
a
do you-
level.
And the other idea
That ups
behind
it
it
up a level,
is that
or
you
like
have
bumps it up a
is that you have a
A
was I
relationship
going with
without
it?
it being physical first?
no, I mean yes that too, but like I would say almost a blind commitment to their being versus knowing every single thing about them. You know, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, I did it. I didn't do
Yeah,
it
but isn't that how,
correct
like-
according to anybody, but yeah.
People get married too quick, and then they end up in divorce because they don't know everything about this person.
Right, that's potential, but the bigger factor in the world is that divorce is an option and an easy option.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
It's
Jordan
terrible.
Peterson talks about this.
It wasn't always that
you
easy.
weren't committed.
Yeah.
If you were committed to that person, you'd make it work.
Yep.
Some girl that I went to high school with got married right out of high school and is divorced now.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's crazy.
It's.
That's like what, a year or 2 years?
I think it's got to be, to some extent. I guess some stuff just doesn't work out. It's got to be like suicide. Now that it's an option, people do it.
Yep.
Like we read
It's a
about
well-known
that.
option now.
Yeah, very well.
I mean,
known.
people obviously did it before, but it wasn't like super publicized. It's kind of a hush-hush thing. It's definitely discouraged.
Uh-huh.
Well, okay. Now that we're on the religious topic, let's talk about the religious and the similarities between 1984. Because think about it.
Oh,
They
there's a
teach-
lot.
Teach you to completely believe in
Yep.
something. Faith.
You must comply.
Don't think about anything else. If it goes against what we believe, it's bullshit, basically.
Rule 101.
Rule
Yes.
101. Like, maybe not that intense. Like, they're not going to kill you, or they used to, but, like, not anymore. But
The Crusades.
I don't know. It just seemed very similar to me.
Yeah,
Like, the whole...
it does have a lot of similarities. I think the whole basis of religion and the greatness that can be found in religion is going to be on the individual level, not necessarily the group level.
So, spirituality.
Right, and at that point, you're having spirituality and religion mixing, where you can create these small groups that are religious groups, where you're finding your connection between your group and whatever entity, being, whatever you believe in, and versus the spirituality of the individual and their individual family. It's definitely gone the other way, where the groups have grown so big and so complex, and it's just a corporation now. It's not a religion anymore, in anything but name.
Yeah.
You know, and they go through the motions and everything, but it's not necessarily how we'll say the founders intended it. As far as I understand, a lot of the principles aren't abided by. So, because I definitely think you've got your Muhammads, your Buddhas, your Jesus, all this jazz, that were very correct in a lot of their teachings and very similar even, but it's changes once you turn it into a corporation kind of thing.
Once you can use it to your benefit.
Right. Well, I think the problem is that everybody has a good intention, but once it gets to a certain size, I mean, the average person can only closely know, or even semi-closely know about 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, doesn't really matter. 100 people is your tribe. So once you get beyond that, even in a religious setting, then it's like, okay, why do I care? How do I profit off the extra people?
Yeah.
That's what it turns into. So the idea of like an individual church or a stake group is smart, and it's got the right idea, but it's going from the top down rather than the bottom up. That's the problem. You understand?
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of what I'm seeing in all the religions around the world. They do kind of that. What do you think, Jess? You kind of
I don't know.
do you kind of see that same thing in the world religions, where they go, it's essentially like a corporation, and they go from top down rather than creating at the base spirituality and religion and building communities around that and going up. Like it started that way, and then it just got too edge.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Well,
not something I think about really.
That's why
Fair enough.
our family broke away and started doing like Sunday school and personal teachings, where it's just the parents and the kid, right? Instead of
Yeah.
sticking in, like, I think we used to go to church
pretty
Our
heavy.
family-
Great grandpa was pretty high up in the church, and then
Yeah, I was gonna say I've
cut
never
it out.
gone to church.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
But they excommunicated him because he did what they said. So I think the idea of what he did was they got a revelation, and it said to do this, like when they went to jail for polygamy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, don't sign the papers. Nothing that they give to you, don't sign it, because it was basically saying you'll give up your wives.
Right.
And so a lot of them ended up signing it, and they just whatever, they didn't care, and they just went back to living the same way they did.
Mhm.
But the way that they got it was, Grandpa was saying said don't sign the papers, and then later when they said they got another revelation that said to sign it, and Grandpa was like, fuck you, because God doesn't change his mind on this. He told you what it is. He's not
Mhm.
changing his mind. And then they excommunicated him and all that jazz, and so now we don't do it. But also that dude was the leader of the church at that point. Said he didn't want to die until he seen them go to prison. I want to say they went to jail and died like a week later. Kind of crazy.
Our grandpa?
No, the guy that wanted them to go to jail. The leader of
Was
the
our
church.
great grandpa, our great great grandpa, was
I
up
think
there.
it was great grandpa. Great great grandpa's the one that came over from Germany.
Right.
Lewis, right?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Lewis Alma,
Something like that.
One
I
of
have a
them.
book about him.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
have both of them. I just can't remember.
Very interesting lives for sure.
That story's weird. Great great grandpa, whatever. The one coming over from Germany when he first met a Mormon, asked to fill his head.
Yeah.
Their head because he heard they had horns. That's crazy.
I'd believe it.
I'd believe
It's not even that long ago.
some of them.
That's crazy, though.
It's an interesting story. He's got a lot of cool stuff to say in those books.
Yeah, that's not that long ago. What, 100 years or so?
Yeah.
Early 1900s, late 18s.
Yeah, early enough for the train to be built because he was going to San Francisco to be a miner, but decided to stay in Salt
Trains were
Lake.
built pretty early.
Yeah, I know, but the one that goes from
Oh, the Transcontinental
Transcontinental.
Railroad. Oh, okay.
For the gold rush or what?
Yeah.
I think he was heading over there for that, but then ended up staying
Um,
here because he met someone on the train that.
So the
offered him a job.
Transcontinental was completed in
Okay.
1869, I think.
So,
Met at Promontory Point in 1869.
so around then.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
that was from a song.
Yeah, that was some history.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
So how do we get upon this topic relating to communism?
Because-
Because we were thinking kind of like some of the religions around the world are similar to that, how they kind of wash ideas based on their
Yeah.
ideologies, kind of.
I think it's a lot like the thought police too. Like, don't think.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Don't think about anything but this, and if you do, then
You're naughty.
yeah, you're a naughty boy. And it's like, okay, I don't know. It just seemed when I was listening to it, that's what came to mind.
Look,
A
all
lot
I
of
want to
it.
say is I want to know what's in each religion's vaults.
Yeah.
What's in your no cabinet?
What's your no square?
That would be cool. To find the
In the
legit
vault?
histories.
Did you say the vault?
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
the
Mormon Church has got a ginormous one.
yeah, they've got a massive one that I'm sure has all the good and bad about it, as well as the Catholic one. You know, the entire city dedicated to the Catholic
We
religion.
watched this documentary about, it's called the White Salamander documentary. It's about some guy that was manufacturing, like what do you call it when they forging fake documents about the Mormon Church. Fucking cool, man.
Was it?
Because he did like a good job. And he made it sound like the Mormon religion was started by, instead of seeing an angel, he saw a white salamander that led him to the plates, so he made it sound all... It was weird, but people
What?
believed it, and he sold the documents for millions of dollars to the Mormon Church.
Mhm.
The
Like
guy-
all the rights and everything, and they just probably stored them, huh?
no,
or just burned
they,
'em?
They were trying to find out if they were real. So
Oh,
they spent a lot
shit.
of money getting them, like, what do you call it when they get dated and stuff?
Right.
And they were fake.
Authenticated.
But yeah, authentic. But it was really cool. You watch this guy's confession. Crazy. He's the smartest dude you ever seen. So he's talking about it, and he's like, these people are like, "How did you figure out to do this?" and whatever. And he's all, "I'm not smart. You guys are just stupid. This was so easy to do." And so to simulate wear and tear, like
Yeah.
air going through stuff for years and years.
Yeah.
He'd put the paper on a sheet and use a vacuum, and it would make it look like it was old because from the airflow. And then and to simulate like ozone, like ozone damage, he'd put it in a fish tank that he electrified. You know where they do the whatever, and it would make it feel old.
Ozone. Oh my head.
So he made his own artificial ozone, and it is a cool documentary.
So he was getting away with all of it for a while.
He made millions of dollars.
That's
Really,
cool.
really cool.
Respect.
Yeah. Dang, dude. Impressive.
Yeah, he ended up like blowing people up and killing people though, so that's
Whoa.
why.
Ah, bummer.
Because he promised what he couldn't give, and then blew it. He blew up the documents that he promised to give with, I think, him in the car, so he couldn't be implicated, and blew off some of his fingers and killed some other people, and did a lot of crazy shit.
Bad judge character.
Mm, yeah.
Very smart man, it sounds like.
Really
But
cool
wild.
documentary.
White Salamander.
I was hearing about that the other day, I think from my dad or something.
That's really
Yeah.
neat. There's just some
Mm.
brilliant people out there.
Yeah.
You can find loopholes in the system.
Yeah.
Well, he just one day decided that's what he was going to do. From what I understand, from the show, just one day he was like, I'm going to do this. And he went and bought an old Bible and stuck a paper in there and glued 2 pages together so that it looked like he popped it open like it had been sealed for a long time, and showed his wife and was like, whoa, look what I found. And then went and started doing that for his whole job and made millions of dollars. Just one day decided that's what. Oh, no, I think he said when he was in 5th grade, he was forging coins and got him certified by the
Talk about entrepreneurship,
like
boys.
crazy good at this. Like
Good
he was
con artist.
Yeah, he was like carving coins and shit to make them look older than they were and stuff. And
Oh,
he
that's
was
cool.
He'd get them certified or whatever by the people that make the money, whatever, like the Federal Reserve and stuff. He'd get them authenticated by them.
Oh my head.
In like 5th grade, he was doing this. Just a brilliant dude. It's cool.
Dang. And speaking of coins, I'm taking a side tangent here. We are in the process. You guys mind if I
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
speak
let's
about
do
them?
it. Hell yeah.
We're in the process of getting some Infinity Summit Group coins. It'll be a limited edition. We'll only have 100 coins available, and they'll be. We're yet to figure out all the details on that, but we'll let you know a couple more details when they come to us. Should be receiving them end of July. So if you want a specialty Infinity Summit Group coin, then let us know. Hit us up. Get you some.
Hell yeah.
It's jet black, right?
Gunmetal
Or
black.
gunmetal.
Yeah.
Gunmetal black, right?
Yeah. So they sent me the mock-up, and it had like all the colors correct and everything, but they had the white background instead of the gunmetal. So I said, hey, take the white background out. Let's just have the gunmetal coin. They haven't responded to me, so I really hope that they get that before they start production. I mean, even if they don't, the coins are going to look pretty good.
Yeah, the white ones look good.
Yeah, but they'll look way better with just the gunmetal background.
What's on the other side? Is it just 2 of the same side?
Yes, I believe so.
So okay, so double sided.
I'm pretty sure it's just 2 of the same side, or if not, I think it might just be flat, which I wouldn't be too sad about. But I think they gave me double-sided
Still looks sick.
pictures. Yeah. Well, they're in the email.
We should make bracelets. I love bracelets.
Like the little plastic ones, or
Let's
No, like this
Okay.
kind of thing.
let's see how good the
think that'd be
coins do, and do it.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Love to. Let me see here.
Or like, yeah, not necklaces.
I can show
Why not?
you
With a
the
pendant?
world.
Oh, that would look cool.
kind of cool.
I was thinking
would
like
think
the
about getting
logo on it, but
one. Oh no.
yeah,
That
if
would
you
look
had
terrible.
like a coin at the end or something, that'd be
Yeah.
sick.
So here's the front and the back. There it is. So it's gonna look pretty cool.
That is pretty sick.
Yeah. So even with the white, it's not going to be bad because it's going to have the black outline around everything, the gunmetal outline and the edge. So
That'll
it'll
look
it'll
sick.
look cool. But you guys want to see?
What would be
Yeah.
cool, and sorry, I know you already probably ordered them and whatnot, but if they had the logo on one side and on the back it said truth,
Fear love.
or
I didn't even think about
yeah,
that.
passion, truth, success on the back.
All
would
right.
be
Our
pretty
next set of coins, if these ones do okay, we'll rip that. That sounds good.
That's kind of what I was envisioning when you were talking to me on the phone. I was like, that
I
would be
should have.
sick.
I had a hard time getting them to do the Infinity Summit Group on it because I was like, I couldn't find a picture with Infinity Summit Group. There was one that said Infinity Summit Group podcast. I'm like, no. So it'll be. I mean, these ones will look freaking cool with that black outline, even if they do the white infill. But I think I would rather if they could do the black, and then maybe do the lettering in white, huh?
That would be pretty cool.
Oh, because right now they have the Infinity Summit Group lettering raised black as well as the outline.
Mm.
So might all just blend in.
You didn't order them already, did you?
Oh yeah,
Oh, you did. Okay.
yeah. Their order. This is the mock-up they made. Everything. It's
Okay.
done. I just don't know if they got my email in time before production, but that's okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Ain't nothing but a
Anyway,
thing.
that was a fat tangent. I apologize.
Do you digress?
I digressed hard, dude.
Nice.
so hard.
Communism is bad.
Yeah.
Back on topic.
Yes.
Terrible. The video you sent is fucking scary.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Where they're literally just throwing like trash bags of money.
Yeah, Venezuelan dollars. They're experiencing hyperinflation right now.
Just
Yeah.
paper.
That's
Yeah.
actually
Throwing
someone
away
from my
paper.
work. I was just looking at like stories and I saw that and I was like, okay. And then he like threw it in the trash can. I was like, whoa.
Worth less than
That's
the paper
insane.
it's printed on. It's freaking insane.
They're actually moving to the U.S. dollar in Venezuela.
Poor choice.
Yeah. Once
should
again,
go to
bad
crypto.
juju character.
Huh?
They should go to crypto. Or
Half
like-
of them probably don't have phones. Do you
That's
think?
fair.
Ooh, good point. They're starving, so.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
phone would probably be like $1 million.
If not more.
Be expensive right now. But it's a good thing they're burning all of it. I mean, then it'll be a collectible item one day.
Yeah. Yeah, they should start keeping it.
Yeah.
Just put a
Throw
whole
it in some
wad.
houses. Yeah.
Yeah, moving to the American dollar is not a good choice, I don't think. But who knows?
That's what they're doing.
Not a
so
whole
we'll
lot
see.
better options though.
That's true. Everybody's printing like crazy, and we, I believe, are printing less crazy than most everyone else. So
Guess we just don't really hear about it. Really don't give a fuck about anyone else here in America.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
that's a fair point. I mean, like we do, but also we don't. We
I-
act like we do, and we give money out like we do, but we
I've
don't
never
really
heard
care.
news from another country without looking for it.
No, but in other
Agreed.
countries, we're all over their news.
Mhm.
America is.
Yeah, I believe it.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the people that I game with or used to game with, they're from Europe.
They
and-
were following the
Scotland and stuff.
presidency as good as you were.
Yeah, they know everything, and it's all bad. Like nothing good about America. It's just they're racist or
Oh yeah.
you know
Until
Trump is
they want
terrible.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oops.
Or the world police. Then America's great.
yeah, pretty much.
Have you guys seen that? How they're doing the global minimum tax or something? You guys looked into that at all? It's pretty
What,
crazy.
What is that?
Global
for the
anything
companies?
is bad news.
They're trying to make it set to where the global minimum corporate tax is 15%.
You know why they're doing
So
that,
They don't
right?
have tax havens and stuff. Yeah.
Because Joe Biden's raising them all here, and they don't. They're trying to make it be a worldwide thing so that all the companies don't go offshore.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone has to stay in their own countries theoretically.
Just tell Joe Biden to not be a retard, and it'll be okay.
Well,
He's
it's,
not there.
and I think it was way higher than that, wasn't it?
It is 15%. I looked it up last night
It was okay.
because I seen that and was like, that does not even look good.
That's
That's
excessive, but that will bring a lot of our factories and stuff back here, probably, but also increase prices everywhere.
Literally everywhere,
Yeah. There won't be.
and it only benefits the other countries.
Yes, and it's
Yeah,
not going to
we're
matter
already
to China
screwed.
too, because China doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, China and Russia, they're going to be the new world powers. America,
I don't think Russia will be. China, yes. Russia, no.
I disagree. Putin is a dad. I'll be honest.
He's pretty
Sure,
badass actually.
but-
Yeah, he's powerful.
It's
I
crazy.
just think China's a way bigger threat than Russia currently.
Economically?
currently, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Russia's still recovering from their communism escapades.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'd be more scared of Russians. I'll be honest. They're fucking terrifying.
Right.
Yeah, but imagine
in
a
war.
crazy Asian. Have you ever watched those movies? They're fucking nuts.
Some rooftop Koreans.
No, no.
Is
Those
that
are
what it is?
reasonable. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing, but
They just do the, Russians going to shoot you or whatever. Them Asian people, they just make them.
they'll eat you.
Yeah,
They'll
they'll make
eat dog.
They make the freaking bamboo traps and stuff with
Yeah.
They
just
do.
covered in feces. They're nasty.
Like, have you watched Hacksaw
Yeah.
Play
Ridge?
dirty games.
I've never watched it.
That
Watch
show,
what?
Hacksaw Ridge.
That was a good.
The
movie.
Asians in there are crazy as hell. It's the Japanese people. You're like, I don't know.
I don't like.
Luckily,
this.
Japan's on our side.
Yeah.
I don't know. Americans
Well.
can be crazy too. Let's just hope
Oh,
it never
yeah.
goes
I
to
we
it.
gave them the sun.
Twice.
Twice, yeah. Here comes the sun.
Although I don't think they.
Those memes are so
It's
awesome.
so funny, dude. No, I
So
don't.
funny.
I definitely don't think that's why they transferred to our side at all. But I think they just allied with us because they don't like China.
Right.
Nobody does.
Japan doesn't like China.
Oh hell no! China wants Japan. China wants everything.
Japan
Yeah.
invaded China in World War II as well.
Did they really? Wow.
Yeah, like it was really
lessons.
bad. From what I haven't
Japan
like,
just
looked
tried
into it, but I know
to
it was
be
like
awesome.
really bad.
Mm.
Lots of killing people.
They had some big dreams and they were crushed.
Hey, that's what Ip Man's about.
Ip Man?
He's Chinese.
That's a good
Japanese
movie.
invaded.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
I did like it, man.
Ip Man was cool.
It's a fantastic movie.
Which one though? It's like
Number
four.
one.
The first one's
one.
best, yeah.
First one definitely.
Communism.
But he does fight
always
like Mike
bad, though.
Tyson in one, which is kind of neat.
Yeah,
And number 3, I think.
So
probably. Let's do some box thing.
Yeah. Did it?
Communism bad. So
Yes.
let's move on from that
Yeah.
because we'll be talking more about that in 2 weeks' time with Anthem, I imagine, and probably even next week if we can get our guest on.
Aren't we doing Anthem next week?
I was under that impression as well.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We're doing Anthem next week since it's a short book. Anyway, let's jump a little bit into. Did you guys want to talk about your stocks at all and how those have been going?
Mm.
I know it's not
Yeah,
very
nothing.
it's not very on topic.
Let's see. Okay.
We could
Why
go
not?
over it
Or-
quick.
Yeah.
Just not make it 30
Yeah, I know.
minutes.
I know
Lots
we're
to
kind
say.
of jumping topics, but
I sold my AMC and I'm up $300.
300%.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's freaking killer.
I was up 11% today. Sold my psychedelic company stocks and made $200 this morning. So that was
Heck yeah.
cool.
It's
And then
impressive.
halfway to my goal on Robinhood. I'm 500 now. So
Nice.
pretty cool.
What did you start at again?
200.
Heck yeah. That's so.
That's way good.
Yeah. How about you?
And I'm just chilling where I'm chilling. Still playing my wheel strategies, and they are playing out very deliciously.
Good.
Mhm.
Yeah, you make a little bit every day, huh?
No, it's usually a little bit every week. Some weeks it's more. I think this last week I made almost $300 on it. Passive income besides whatever my stocks increased, and then next week my contracts expire. So the week after that I'll be making money again, or I'll get assigned, make money on that. So
Heck yeah.
There you go.
And then cryptos are just dead for now. I'm just staking them.
They haven't moved a whole bunch.
No, we'll probably be chilling for the next few years in cryptos.
My AMs or the Cardano got rejected
Huh?
when we tried to send it over to the Atom.
Atomic wallet
Atomic wallet.
got rejected.
Yeah, they were like, error. You can't send your money there. I was like, what?
What does that mean?
I'll have to
Yeah, we'll
show
figure it out.
you, but you're just saying like transaction canceled or something like that.
That is odd,
Very weird.
but all right. Do you guys have anything else on this topic? How are we doing? On time and everything? Doing okay?
Really?
Yeah, we're about
Seems like it.
almost almost at an hour.
Awesome.
That was quick.
Yeah, it did go by quick. That's what happens when you're ranting about communism, huh?
Mhm.
Yes.
Pretty easy.
Dadgummit. It's like the Red Scare all over again, but nobody's scared. Everybody's embracing it. Well, I guess we'll just end it there, and we'll start again next week with Anthem, and hopefully have a guest on again.
Love it.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week. We're really excited about these coins. Again, if you want to support us in any other way, we do have a website. It's infinitysummitgroup.com, and you can buy tons of merch there. Check out our books list, everything like that, and then we'll get those coins and figure out what we want to do with those. And oh yes,
Totally hear that.
Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. And
And
hit that
comment.
notification bell.
Yes, comment.
Please do comment. We love to hear feedback, good or bad, especially the bad, because we want to improve and make it a more interesting experience for you guys.
Has anyone ever commented?
Yeah, Dallin commented twice.
Oh, nice.
That's it.
And Jake Kelch, Jake Silver.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Heck
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Speaking of, we need to schedule him out, but
Yep.
yeah. Anyway, we will see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us again.
See you
Goodbye.
guys. Peace out.